Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, it's happened. Finally, it's happened. It's been the first time in over 6 months since this is going to happen. We have got a guaranteed Ancient Shard event. Finally. Finally, who's the lucky soul? Who's going to be the champion that comes out? Honestly, it's a pretty good champion. It's not a great champion, but you could argue for like someone who's saved up for a while, and you do need to have saved up for a while, and gets his champion, straight up opens up the best content in the game for you. So with that being said, it's like quite a good one to put in there. There's also going to be a 10 times chance to get champions, you know, the normal 10 times event over the weekend as well. So before we get into all the big summoning news, all that type of stuff, Call of the Arbiter 2 just dropped. At the end of this video, I'm going to give a little promo code from the second episode. I would say, like, I don't want to spoil it. Like, it's a spoiler. You're meant to go and find them in the episode yourself. So I'm not as kind of like, here's the code, ram it down your throat. Literally, if you want to go and find it, it's a bit of fun. I found it myself. I didn't get told it. I found it. So I'm going to do that at the end of the video. But I've got a little sneak preview here of episode 3. I just watched 2. Turns out we've been saying Aethel's name wrong the whole time, as well as Kale's name wrong and Gaelic's name wrong. Like, we've said all the starter champions' names wrong. But another good episode. I am into it. I feel like they're just a bit short. That's a shame. They're a bit short. But let's have a look at the sneak preview of episode 3. Obviously, what's gone on so far, we've kind of been introduced to Gaelec. Now, how did they say it? Athel. In the second one, which is cool, kind of a bit of their story. So it looks like this one is more about KL. Oh, Royal Guard takes a beat.
To their rightful home.
Comes to Dark Elves. Oh, Royal Guard, I feel bad for him. Let's go, KL.
Show yourself. I know you are here.
Oh, he's after Queen Eva? Queen Ava? She's obviously doing campaign somewhere. Anyway, let me know down below as well. What do you think of Call of the Arbiter so far? Like, honestly, want to know what you think. I'm kind of into it. I just wish they were a little bit longer. Anyway, let's get on to the shard stuff. If I go back 2 weeks, I probably predicted it. Maybe not in this format, but Jetney the Giant has been the fusion. I called it out that I wasn't that fussed about Jetney. I thought good champion, hits hard, but significantly better when paired with her partner. And her partner is going to be the champion that's coming out on the guaranteed. So I'd say, I don't know, 2 things. Firstly, good, right? Raider giving people a chance to get this champion, albeit it's freaking hard. Like, unless you've saved like a madman, which you might well have done, it's going to be hard to get this guy. But at least they're offering up a way for you to have actually paired Jetney and Alsgore together. So Alsgore Crimson Horn is the champion that's up for grabs. You need a solid 180 ancients. So we've had that inflation across all of these different shard events. Probably about, what, 25% inflation in general. Yeah, we went from, if my numbers are good there, 15 to 20 on Sacreds. We went from like, I don't know, 70 to 90 on Voids, maybe then to 110 again. Like, it's bouncing. We've gone from 150 to 180 on Ancient Shards. And this is the first one, I believe, since November. So it's a long time since we've had a guaranteed through Ancient Shards. You're probably like, for those who just use your shards all the time, you're probably thinking it would take an absolute lifetime to get 180 Ancients. It would take a long time. But I'll tell you now, I did the Rabbit fusion. I had 0 shards left after that. Since then, I reckon I've pulled 70 Ancient Shards. So that's in like a month and a bit. So, you know, yes, it will take a long time. If you're a free-to-play, it'll take you 2-3 months of grinding out the game to get those shards. But it's definitely doable for the patient people amongst us. So if you're not in for this one, consider it for the next one, because it's probably the best ever time you can actually pull shards, is when you're going for a guaranteed legendary, and you never know, you might get legendaries along the way as well. That's like the most efficient time. We just never know when they're going to come or if they're going to come. So, Alsgore, what's going on with this dude? Is he good? Yes, I think he is good. He's got an A1, attacks an enemy, heals by 20% of the damage that he does. He does an okay amount of damage, and he's an HP-based champion, so he's quite easy to keep alive. 60% chance of increasing the duration of 2 random debuffs on a target by a turn. It says here target champion. I didn't actually test this. I'm assuming that works against bosses as well. Because really, when I said earlier, like he can open up some content in the game for you, like the best content in the game. He can open up clan boss and really easily. I'm just assuming that this works against clan boss as well, but I personally have not tested it. So anyone know for sure, comment down below. But anyway, Alsgore, good A1 if that works. Because what you're doing is you're putting out debuffs, he's going to extend those debuffs up. The A2 then, AoE hits, 100% chance of removing all buffs from enemies. It's not bad against clan boss, removes that decreased attack, although you don't need it because he's going to be a block damage champ. It's mainly an arena ability, taking off buffs from the enemy. And if you've got Jetney on the same team for the arena fight, and Jetney in the arena with him is actually really solid. We'll even do it on a weak hit. That's very cool, actually. That's very cool. Puts heals on your team as well. And then this is how he unlocks Clan Boss. So block damage for 2 turns. Same as Helicath. Same as the Tower. Yeah, this is a really easy setup to get yourself an unkillable team on Clan Boss. Pairing with someone who's got a 1-turn unkillable ability like Skull Crusher, like Bushy, like Paragon. There's a whole bunch of them that you can do this with. And basically, you will keep an unkillable team running for the whole duration. And if you do that, it's very easy to be able to beat up Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss. There's tons of videos on it. This guy's going to be good for that. He's got his passive as well. When attacked, 50-50 chance of placing decreased speed on the attacker. Again, this is more like a Hydra or Arena passive. Increases to 100% if Jetney's around. So all in all, he's a good champion. He's got resistance in all battles. Is he worth 180 shards? I mean, it all depends on your account, where you are. If you're not yet beating Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss, I'd say, and you've got the shards, I'd say he's worth it. Probably most people that have been able to save the shards are already beating it, I would argue. At that point, do you still need him? If you do need him, is he more of an arena champion? Did you get Jetney the Giant? They pair very well together. On their own, they're not as good. Annoyingly, I already pulled this dude, and I didn't do Jetney the Giant. So I would, yeah, for me, it's a bit of a, non-event. But anyway, Alsgore is decent. Okay, we've also got here a 10 times chance to get a various bunch of champions along the way. So he's 180 for your guaranteed. And then we've got these champions that are going to be just enhanced rates. So first epic on the list is Grizzled Jarl. Good champion. Very good for faction wars. Not bad clan boss champ as well. He's got increased defense and block debuffs. He's got an AoE decrease attack. And he's got a heal reduction A1. Solid epic. Good base stats. Not bad in the mix. Second one to go here is the Morsier Mage. Really good, underrated epic, this one. He's got a decreased speed on his A1. That's the only reason you would put accuracy in his kit. So some people do not. I personally do not. I prefer him for the rest of his kit. So he gives you triple buffs for the whole team on the A2. Crit rate, defense, and block debuffs. It's a really good A2. And in the A3, full cleanse from your team, a heal, and some turn meter fill if he's got a bunch of stuff to cleanse. This is really good as well, and a really underrated ability. If you think about the amount of content now where we're just getting debuffed to hell, like Hydra, Doom Tower stuff, faction war waves, all of this stuff, you get debuffs coming at you all the time. He cleans them all up and gives you a heal and some turn meters. Really nice. Next one, same faction here, Seeker. I mean, if you get Seeker at the same time as going for Alsgore, it makes big boy clan boss teams available, because Seeker is one of the best champions in the game to enable the 2-for-1 speed tunes that we love in clan boss. He's got a provoke on his A1, which is okay for stuff like faction wars and arena. His A2 is where it's all at in terms of just pushing turn meter on your whole team. It's really good. Probably one of the best, if not the best in the game for this. Gives you increased attack at the same time as well for your team. And then outside of kind of him doing that, he's really good in the arena if you're going on a go second team. Because when he takes a hit, he will spread. It has to be a crit, but that's why it's arena. When he takes a hit, it will just spread increased defense across your whole team, which is really nice as well. Got defense in arena. Good, solid champion. And then the Void Epic. Where are you? Where are you? In here? Yeah, Ursala. So Ursala is, again, really solid. Good Hydra champion, good arena champion. Straight up just kind of like carry for your team. Would you be pulling Voids at this point at the weekend? Only if you're going for the Void Legendary, I would say. I wouldn't go out my way to pull Voids for her, even though she's a really good reviver. So she's got a chance to decrease turn meter on her A1. AoE decrease attack on the enemy. Increase attack for your team. It's a really nice A2. She does love a book, though, honestly. Maybe it's not so bad. Just this A2. It's just kind of like how many books. But the A3, which is kind of like her signature move, is a revive with a ton of health. 75% health. It might be the best in the game, honestly, for a full team revive. And she's an epic. It's really big. And good turn meter as well, 50%. She also gives those people increased defense and strengthen. It's really, really good revive. Speed in Doom Tower, pretty decent base stats. So that's your epics. On to the legendaries. Carl, I remember back in the day when I first started doing content, if this legendary was on a times 10, then all hell would have broke loose. There she is. Like, for a long time, she was the #1 legendary in the game. For a long time. Things changed. Nowadays, she sits in people's vaults. Not because she's bad, just because the game has been like power crept a lot. But still, if you're an earlier game player, Marta is an absolute carry for your account. She's so good. Crazy base stats. Look at this. 1400 defense, 20,000 HP. Bit slow, 93. But she's really good for clan boss. So she's got a decreased attack with a full team. For clan boss, decreased attack, counter attack here, and decreased defense. So she brings a lot of what you would love for clan boss. But for other stuff outside of clan boss, she's got an AoE provoke. She's keeping your team alive with increased defense. Just generally solid champion. I feel like now, to get her on par with like the new wave of legendaries and keep her in that kind of like real top spot, she needs a cool passive nowadays. But it would be hard to argue that she needs a buff because she's already so good. I just think back in the days of old when she was like top tier, and she's not really top tier anymore. Okay, next one up is another great champion, honestly. What is she? Shadowkin. Kyuku. This pulled a 4-star Sulfur yesterday. This champion's quite hard to speed tune and stuff like that. She's a bit awkward, but she's really good. She's quite cool at doing solo bommel, and she's really good in just like general content. Arena, clan boss, you name it, she's good. She's got a weaken here. It's a triple hit if the target's got 3 or more debuffs, and this hits really, really hard if she gets the triple hit going, like really hard. Each hit, 40% chance, books to 50 a place in weaken. Second ability, AoE hits, decrease attack. If someone else is placing decrease attack, let's say you've got, I don't know, somebody like Madame Suri. She places decrease attack. Kyuku will instead place an AoE HP burn, which is really good, actually. Really cool. She's also got an Ally Protect with block damage. This is hard to speed tune, but it's brilliant if you can for clan boss, because not only is she protecting your whole team, she's not taking the damage that she's protecting. So it's like you're just getting it for free. It's crazy good, but it's quite hard to speed tune because it's extra turn she gets. You've then got basically the same passive as Seeker, but ramped up a little bit. So when she's hit with a crit, this is an arena-based type skill, really. She heals a team and puts increased defense on your team as well. Defense in all battles. She's like Seeker Mark II for the arena. So yeah, another good champion. Next one up is actually someone that I used in my Hydra Clan Boss event that I just tried and failed. They're actually doing the final tonight. If you want to go and watch it, scratch against Nub Raids for the final. But I use the Archbishop for my Hydra team. He's really good in Hydra. Good base stats. He's got an A1, attacks an enemy, transfers a debuff from him to a target. It's quite cool. Also a chance to steal a random buff as well. Increase accuracy for your team on the A2, and then puts block buffs. This is good for Hydra. Block buffs on the enemy. If you're playing him in the arena, I don't think he's really an arena champ. I guess he could be. If you're fighting Demon Spawn, Undead, and Night Revs, then it's irresistible. And then his A3 is a big heal, big shield, and increased defense. I use him currently for my Iron Twins team. Puts loads of buffs on my team. Keeps them alive, whilst Geo just blows up the boss. So, pretty cool. And then he's got his passive as well. If someone tries to put drop defense and weaken on him, when he gets to go, he just wipes it off. Which is quite cool as well. Increased accuracy in all battles. Solid legendary. So let's get to the Void then. The Void legendary. Is this worth breaking away from that ancient kind of shard pool? It's up to you, really. She's still absolute god tier for Arena. Yeah, she's not played as much. Certainly for live Arena, I think she's now better than for normal Arena. But either way, she's damn good. Okay, pair her with a Harima. And you're going to see a video of that over the weekend. I've already recorded it whilst I'm away. I'm away doing on a stag do this weekend. It's my brother's stag or bachelor party if you're in America. So I'm away. I've pre-recorded a couple of treats for you. And she pairs up with Harima real nice. Very fast. Good base defense. Good base HP. She's got the fly zapper on the A1. Basically, if anyone's got over half turn meter, she sends them to sleep. If not, she heals the team. She's got block debuffs, increased defense, and increased speed on the A2. And then she's got a single target revive, giving them basically more damage on her revive ability on the A3. She's also got this nice passive, just heals everybody when they have their turn. And a chance to just remove freeze and fear at the start of their turn as well. And if you pair her with Rotus, all hell breaks loose. Resistance in all battles, the big number, 80. Yeah, so pretty crazy. Look. It's a times 10, so normally I'd be like, there's no point, why are you pulling your shards? But ultimately, do you want Owl's Gore, yes or no? Do you have 180 Ancients, yes or no? If the answer is yes to any of those things, then pull your shards. Okay, so I did say that I was going to come in and do this stuff at the end of the video. So episode 2 is live. Again, you can do the share. You either share it or not. Hit copy, get your stuff. Share it if you want to share it. You have to, although I've actually watched the episode, you have to click here to pretend you're watching the episode again. Don't want to do that right now. Get my silver. And then, depends if you're on Player in Play, you would get this code chase up here. If not, they've done a whole bunch of kind of like links about how you get your codes verified. But basically go into here. Now, I think the answer is truth. And again, I thought there was going to be like hidden codes and stuff in the episodes, but I think you just got to like hone in on when the Arbiter's talking to someone, what is she saying? I think it's truth. It's incorrect. Oh, what was the other word that I thought it might be? Purpose. Incorrect again, damn. Okay, so it turns out this one was a code. And basically you had this, which we were able to translate into the Roman numerals into letters. Arbiter is this one. Damn, that was better. That was like harder to sort out, honestly. And wow, we're doing good today. So that's a second promo for the day. And another epic book. 2 epic books in one day. I'll take it. So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed the Call of the Arbiter stuff. And let me know down below, are you pulling shards for Owl's Gore or not? Up in Hell Hades. I'll see you later.